what he had just done, and it immediately said he was just trolling. Or who are you trolling? Like, who are you trolling? Your Eagles fans?
Your teammates?
Your teammates?
The organization?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who are you trolling with this? Because he has to know people will see this interview, see how happy he is in the interview. By the way, didn't see that happiness all year with the team.
Right, yeah.
With the team. But he's being more than candid in this interview, sitting around the fellas, and we know he's a big Patriots fan. He's smart enough to know what this will look like to fans back here in Philadelphia.
Well, there's a lot to unpack. I agree with the ending specifically. He had to know this wasn't going to land well, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I think he said, "I'm just trolling." Like he realized he did the wink. They did the wink, right? Everyone laughed, and then he quickly said, "I'm just trolling." I think that was, oh bleep. They're not going to be happy in Philadelphia. Let me just say I'm trolling. Everyone will realize I'm not serious. But is this necessary? Do we need to troll your own fan base?
I hear what Ike's saying, and he has his right to feel the way he feels, but man, it's certain people you get around, and for me, it's not Julian Edelman or Rob Gronkowski, but it was LT for me. Like when I got around LT, I was like, and to tell the story, this was like 9:00 in the morning, and we were getting breakfast, right? And LT came in, and I'm like, damn, that's LT. And I'm talking to him, and he was real nice. And LT asked the lady, he said, do you have anything to drink outside of orange juice and coffee, like alcohol, like 9:00 in the morning? And I was just like, wow.
This feels on brand.
Yeah, no, and LT, but that's the aura that he has. And then he started talking about stories and stuff about what it was like. He told me one time he was riding past the stadium, and he said, we got a game today. Because he had been out partying all night, and he went in the game and had like 4 sacks. So I'm sitting there listening to that. So I understand what he's going through, but for me, that's not Gronk or Julian Edelman. That's what it was for him. And when he did it, he was in the moment, and he I don't think he realized the weight of what he actually was doing, even though he said, I'm trolling.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll see, listen, when it comes to AJ, we know AJ, and we know that he's different. I think y'all give him too much credit for like being self-aware about some of the stuff that he's doing sometimes.
All right,
I really do.
2 things off what you just said. I totally get the first part, right? Like he grew up watching those guys. I have no problem they went on the podcast that he's kind of like almost like in awe of being with them, right?
Yeah.
And like he thinks it's super cool. That's fine. I think we all recognize most of these players grew up rooting for whatever team, whoever it was when their childhood, the team they like. Some are like Jahad Campbell's a local kid. Most aren't. That's fine, and no one cares, right?
Yeah.
But at some point, can we hold A.J. Brown accountable? He's not 12.
Oh no, I'm not saying it.
No,
I'm not saying that.
But he's going to be 29.
Yes.
So he is very capable. I think he's a smart dude. He's very capable of saying, come on, guys, I'm an Eagle. I would have loved to play with you guys when you played. I grew up a Pats fan, but I'm an Eagle. It's not hard to say. It's not hard to say I'm an Eagle.
You know what? You know what's funny? And we played a cut this morning when I guess Damon Woody was talking to Tannenbaum. And he said something that a lot of people probably missed, but I didn't miss it. He said these guys are friends now. He said they don't have the same kind of vitriol we used to have for one another. They don't. And a lot of times I feel like the fan base, because we feel a certain way about certain things, we feel the players should feel the same way. It's not like that for them anymore. The fact that when we wanted to exchange jerseys, we did it in the off season, and we called the PR person from that team and asked, hey, could you get Ray Lewis to sign a jersey for me in the off season? These young Thundercats nowadays, they take their jersey off after a hearty ass whooping.
Yeah.
And take the jersey off.
That's true.
And sign it right there. That's what they do. So my thing is this. We are, like Tiki said, Rodney said, we're aging out. And the morals and the stuff that we hold sacred, it's not held like that for these young cats.
I recognize that. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's part of it.
That's the reality of it.
I guess you're right. And if this was the only thing that had gone on for years, like he just went on this podcast and winked at the end, I think we all just move on.
It's a combination of everything.
It all adds together. Trade requests, book on the sideline, passing game bad. We have callers who think he quit in that playoff game. I mean, like, he flat out
you know
quit.
what? And to be honest, when the caller said that, that's his perspective. I can't argue that. Because I don't know what AJ was thinking, anything like that. That's why I let that one go. But they don't see it the same way that we do. They don't. They just don't.
I think the problem for AJ is that perception becomes reality.
Yes.
And the reality, the perception leading to my reality, and I think a lot of people, is he doesn't want to be here. He's acting like he's not acting like he does want to be here. And I don't need him to just show up everywhere and say, I love the Eagles. Even if he just was not around for the offseason, just went home and then showed up in minicamp and he's ready to roll, that's cool. But it feels like almost at times goes out of his way to remind us, I'm not really happy. Yeah. All right, dude, if you're not happy, you don't want to be here, then get out and we'll reallocate the money. Let's go to Steve in Jersey. He's up on WIP. Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Hello. Yeah, I just got a bone to pick with you because he's sitting here asking people, what has AJ Brown done to be traded or not to be on the team? He literally requested a trade. How many times they reported?
Okay, Steve. Okay, Steve, now calm down. What did he do? He asked to be traded. You're right. But what did he do? That's the question I asked. So answer me that.
He asked to be traded. Is that not enough reason to trade somebody?
Why did he ask to be traded, Steve?
That's besides the point.
No, it's not, Steve. Steve, it's not. Steve, just because you're talking over me don't mean you're right. Steve, listen to what I'm saying. You don't before we go here, you don't like A.J. Brown. That's fine, right?